boards.
So we are starting our dive here in Apo Island, and we are actually hosted by Mike Resort here in Dumaguete, and with me right now is Tom Cruise. Oh, I mean Keith. I mean Keith.
Thanks.
You look
thanks.
like Tom Cruise. Well, Keith is the son of Mike. Huh?
Yep. That's
Okay.
me.
So of course, on our way to Apo Island, we have to do a 30-minute boat ride. Huh?
It was kind of rough this morning, so
Yeah,
it took
yeah.
probably 35-40 minutes.
And that's Apo Island there. You have any idea how big Apo Island is, Keith?
No, but this man standing right next to me, he knows how many people are living on Apple Island.
There's almost 1,000 people living there. It's like
Yeah, but how big is the area?
72 hectares.
72 hectares. Huh? Oh, it's like building one golf course. Huh?
This was be the man to know. This is Gabriel. He was born and raised there.
Okay, so we also have here Gabriel, one of their dive masters here in Mike's Resort.
Mike's Beach Resort. Yeah,
Mike's Beach Resort, and if you want an American guy to be managing you, you gotta go to Mike. And this I like this, because you're not supposed to anchor your boat, and our boatman is actually throwing his rope to the other boat. Huh?
Yep, trying to tie up.
Right. And there's a certain rule now in the Philippines that because they've stopped dynamiting and cyaniding, the Filipinos are trying to take care of nature. Huh? So
Preserve
tourists,
what is there. Yeah.
tourists will come. The only thing I don't like in Apo Island is they charge too much of the sanctuary. So mayor, you must be rich, huh? Whoever's the mayor of Dumaguete must be making lots of money, huh? Well, as long as you are taking care of the sanctuary, I don't mind you, mayor, collecting all of this money because it should help.
Helps the town.
Yeah, it helps the town. Right. Okay, so we just did our joints right there, and today's guide is Keith.
Yep.
And I call him Tom Cruise.
I really don't look like Tom Cruise.
No, later they'll see your face, so they can probably say whether you look like him or not.
Oh,
so
great.
we're starting a dive here. We can see a Moorish idol there and some parrotfish, and this is a starfish together with a crinoid. This is a beautiful leatherback coral. In front of it are two crinoids, and I think that's Keith there on his shorties.
Yep, I'm the only one on a day like today who would be wearing a shorty wetsuit.
Right. You have to help me educate our viewers on what we're seeing here. Huh?
Yes.
So if you know the fish and the corals,
I'll
just say
spout
it,
it
okay?
out. Yep. I'm not so great with the names. I'm learning. Doing my best, but
These are I'm not sure. I think they're basslets.
yep, I'm not sure what kind, but I think you're absolutely right.
And this is an egg coral.
Oh, yep.
It looks like eggs.
The clownfish
Right,
there with
right,
some,
right.
or maybe just an anemone fish.
Yes.
With, just playing in an anemone. Don't know exactly what kind that is, but it's a good one.
This is a nice background of a tube coral here. I noticed there's a lot of tube corals in Central Visayas because we don't have them in Luzon, which we dive in Anilao or Subic. I don't know why you've got so much of the tube corals here. Huh?
I haven't done much diving up north, but that's a good question.
Well, this is my wife, and normally when I dive with my wife, she knows what to do. She has to pose for me.
Oh yeah, well
She's my model.
that's a good corals you got in there. It's a fan coral.
Right. And good buoyancy also. Huh?
Yeah, I'm glad today no one had any buoyancy problems. Everything worked out great. Usually we're handing off weights underwater, and well, not usually. Sometimes.
Yeah.
It happens.
So Keith, maybe tomorrow, if we're diving, maybe you'll be my next model because your buoyancy is almost close to perfect.
Oh.
How many dives have you had already, Keith?
I've been diving since I was 11.
Wow.
So well over 1,000 dives.
Well,
And-
that's your advantage because your father, Mike, is a PADI instructor. Huh?
Yep. And he started me diving when I was really young, and I was snorkeling when I was about 5 in the ocean in California. And then that's cold, full wetsuit, hood, booties.
Right.
Freezing. Got a
So
moray.
that's a moray eel.
Yep.
Yeah. Sad to say, people only appreciate what they see on the video when they look at aquariums.
Yep, I agree. I agree.
And I don't think that's really nice, you know, because it's like you put a person in jail,
And
and you
someone
just
can come and watch them. Yes.
and just like putting the sea life on jail too. You know, they're supposed to be out there. You know, and if you want to see them, you gotta learn how to scuba dive.
That's one thing I've been thinking since I've been diving a lot since I've been here is I work in a giant aquarium, but it's no walls.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I never like aquariums. You know, that's why I never go to places like this with big aquariums, and then they charge people just to see the fish. Because I can't really believe it that with so many islands in the Philippines, and yet the Filipinos don't seem to appreciate what we have. It's like living in Aspen, but you don't know how to ski.
Yep,
You're
no,
laughing.
that's true. That's
You're
very,
laughing,
very
huh?
true. I agree. That's one thing about here is I know a lot of people, even in the States and here as well, is they go to aquariums and they pay to see that and they think it's truly amazing and great, but they don't realize it's right there. It's like a 10-minute swim, and you can see all the great, even better things than you could see in an aquarium sometimes.
And the best part of it is that the Philippines is the center of marine biodiversity in the world.
It has
Not
a
in
lot.
Asia.
It has
In
lot
the world,
of diversity. Yep. A lot of people like that study the ocean in other places of the world come here and their jaws hit the floor. They don't know what to say because
Right.
there's so many different kinds of corals, so many different kinds of fishes and different species all in kind of tightly packed into one little area that I've heard of everything I've ever wanted to see scuba diving. Apparently, you can see it if you travel around the Philippines and go to different places. You'll find what you're looking for. There's, you're not going to miss much.
Right. Well, a while ago when Keith was talking, we were actually inside a cave. So if you're a diver already open water and you want to enter caves, you have to do some advanced course. Okay, so we're back to some soft corals here, and the leatherbacks here they have so many different colors, and here we are. We're seeing
That's a hawksbill turtle.
hawksbill turtle.
You
Yeah.
can tell the bill, it looks kind of like a beak of a bird.
Right. Well, we have so much of them in the Philippines, you know. When you see a turtle, normally it's hawksbill, and this is my friendly fish that always bites me.
Yes, those
The
fish,
Titan triggerfish.
they will follow you for half your dive, and
Yeah.
if you're not watching them, they'll come up behind you. I met a few guys here that have big chunks taken out of their fins from these fish. They're not the most friendly fish.
Well, they'll never kill you, but they can make a big scar when they bite
Yep.
because they have big teeth. So just be careful when you get to see those Titan triggerfish. And this is a very cute pufferfish,
So,
and that's really nice, huh? And
some anemone fish. I don't know if those are clownfish or not, but definitely
yeah,
anemone
clownfish, yeah. Or Nemo, they call them Nemo.
Nemos. My little sister loves to see those because she loves finding Nemo, and every time she sees one of those, she freaks out. Even though those are mean, they bite. I've been bitten by them about
Really?
4 or 5 times. There's a pair of those just down the beach from here where if you go anywhere near their anemone, they'll swim straight up and get you on the hand or they'll get you on the leg. And if you think you're being smart by moving your hand behind the camera, they'll swim around the camera and bite you on the finger. They know what they're doing.
This is a staghorn. If you get lucky with those staghorn, you see what they call this mandarin fish right before the sunset, and they live on staghorn corals.
Another puffer fish.
Yes, another pufferfish hiding on a leatherback. And look at that, huh? I will not harm you. Don't worry. Don't worry. You can get out.
Sometimes you see them chewing on corals. It's pretty entertaining to watch them. They've got pretty. I would not like to be bit by one of them. Their beaks look pretty mean.
You know. There are times they're eaten by people and they get poisoned. You know that?
Yep. The certain puffer fishes are
Yes,
very
yes.
poisonous, and you have to know how to prepare them, or else, poison.
And it's such a pity because I was in China and they serve pufferfish.
Actually, I know there's some of the pajaos, the sea gypsies that are sometimes around here. I've heard they know how to cook it perfectly. They cook it right on their boats. They have no trouble eating those kinds of fishes.
Well, a while ago, there was just a nudie branch there, and that was my first nudie branch shot. You know, in this place called Bonito Island, in one place we have a nudibranch city. You have about more than 10,000 nudibranchs in just in one place.
Oh, I'm going there. I am going there.
Okay, so we're about to end our dive, and I'll see you again on the second dive, Keith. And I really enjoyed diving with you. And
That was a good day.
And we really had fun on this dive they call the chapel.
There's 8.